Welcome to vantageaditya. Leadership advice often sounds simple. Be confident. Speak well. Inspire people. But one powerful truth is rarely discussed. Great leaders do not fight their personality. They weaponize it. Every leader carries a natural psychological bias. Some leaders think deeply before speaking. Others move fast and rally people. Some leaders shift depending on the situation. And the truth is this: every personality type is a leadership superpower. And every personality type is also a hidden trap. The difference between an average leader and a legendary one is not personality. It is awareness. Today we explore 5 personality types and the leadership advantage hidden inside each one. Introverts, Extroverts, Ambiverts, Omniverts, shy personalities. Along the way, something interesting will happen. You may begin recognizing yourself, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Because the greatest leadership shift begins when one realizes how personality shapes decisions. But before going deeper into leadership strategies, let us first define these personality types in simple terms. An introvert is someone who gains energy from solitude and reflection. An extrovert is someone who gains energy from interaction and social engagement. An ambivert sits between introversion and extroversion and can adapt depending on the situation. An omnivert can switch strongly between introversion and extroversion depending on circumstances. A shy personality desires social interaction but often feels anxiety or hesitation in social settings. Now let us explore how leaders can turn each of these personality types into an advantage. 1. The introvert leader. The quiet advantage. Many people assume leadership belongs to loud voices. But history tells a very different story. Some of the most influential leaders in business and technology were deeply introverted. They preferred thinking before speaking, observing before reacting. Introverts possess the strategic advantage of depth. Where others rush into conversations, introverts process information. Where others dominate meetings, introverts notice patterns others miss. This creates a powerful leadership strength. Introverted leaders often make more thoughtful decisions. They listen deeply to their teams. They analyze before acting. In a chaotic organization, this calm thinking becomes incredibly valuable. But there is also a limitation. Introverts sometimes disappear in moments when visibility matters. Important ideas remain unspoken. Opportunities pass because someone louder takes the stage. And this is where leadership evolution begins. The introvert leader must learn controlled visibility. Not constant talking. Not forced charisma. But strategic moments of presence. When the team is confused, the leader must speak clearly. When direction is needed, the leader must step forward. Great introverted leaders master what can be called the silent strike. They remain quiet most of the time. But when they speak, everyone listens. Now consider a question. Think about the last meeting you attended. Was the most insightful person the loudest one? Or the one who spoke last? Pause and think. Because that person might have been an introverted leader. 2. The extrovert leader. The energy engine. Extroverted leaders often dominate the room. They are comfortable speaking, networking, inspiring teams. Their energy spreads quickly through organizations. Extroverted leaders possess the advantage of momentum. They can rally people around a vision. They communicate ideas with clarity and excitement. They create psychological energy inside teams. In difficult times, this trait becomes powerful. When organizations face uncertainty, people search for direction. The extroverted leader provides confidence. But every strength hides a weakness. The risk of the extroverted leader is speed without reflection, talking before thinking, deciding before listening, filling every silence. This can slowly create blind spots. Important voices in the team may never be heard. And this is the evolution moment. The extroverted leader must learn the discipline of silence. Silence is uncomfortable for many extroverts. But silence reveals information. When a leader stops speaking, something fascinating happens. Others begin speaking. Ideas emerge. Problems surface. Hidden insights appear. Great extroverted leaders eventually master what can be called the listening pause, a deliberate moment where the leader steps back and allows the room to breathe. Now ask yourself something. Have you ever worked with a leader who spoke constantly? Did people feel energized or exhausted? Because leadership energy must inspire, not overwhelm. 3. The ambivert leader, the adaptable leader. Ambiverts sit between introversion and extroversion. They can lead discussions when needed, but they can also step back and observe. Ambiverts possess the advantage of flexibility. They read the room. If a situation demands energy, they step forward. If it requires listening, they step back. In negotiations, leadership meetings, crisis situations, this adaptability becomes a major strength. But there is a subtle trap. Ambiverts sometimes lack a strong, visible identity. People may struggle to predict their behavior. Some days they appear energetic, other days reflective. This can create confusion, and leadership requires psychological consistency. So the ambivert leader must develop one critical skill: intentional leadership mode. Instead of reacting unconsciously, the ambivert decides how to show up. Today the team needs inspiration. The leader enters extrovert mode. Tomorrow the team needs strategy. The leader enters introvert mode. This conscious switching transforms ambiverts into powerful situational leaders. Now here's an interesting question. Think about leaders you admire. Are they always loud? Or always quiet? Or do they seem to change style depending on the moment? You may be observing an ambivert leader. 4. The omnivert leader, the extreme switch. Omniverts can move between intense introversion and intense extroversion depending on context. One moment they appear highly social and confident. Another moment deeply withdrawn. To observers this can seem inconsistent. But beneath this lies a fascinating leadership advantage. Omniverts possess the advantage of psychological range. They can dominate a stage when necessary, and disappear into deep thinking when strategy demands it. Few leaders can operate across such a wide emotional spectrum. But this strength carries a serious risk: unpredictability. Teams rely on stability. If a leader shifts too dramatically, people may feel uncertain. Is the leader approachable today, or distant? Is the leader energized, or disengaged? So, omnivert leaders must build one powerful habit: structured consistency. They must communicate their thinking clearly. When the leader needs quiet time for strategy, they explain it. When they shift into social leadership mode, they signal it. This transparency transforms unpredictability into deliberate leadership rhythm. And something interesting happens. Teams begin trusting the pattern. Now ask yourself, have you ever met someone who could command a stage one day and disappear into deep silence the next? That person may not be confused. They may be an omnivert. 5. The shy leader, the hidden strategist. Shyness is often mistaken for introversion, but they are very different. Introverts prefer solitude for energy. Shy individuals often want social connection, but feel anxiety about judgment. This creates hesitation in leadership situations. But there is a surprising strength here. Shy personalities often possess extreme empathy. Because they are sensitive to social signals, they notice emotional shifts in teams. They detect discomfort, conflict, unspoken concerns. In leadership, this emotional awareness becomes incredibly powerful. Teams trust leaders who understand them. However, the limitation is clear: fear of visibility. Shy leaders may avoid opportunities that require public communication or decisive presence. And leadership eventually demands visibility. So the evolution path for shy leaders is gradual exposure, not sudden transformation. Small, courageous steps. Speaking once in a meeting, leading a short discussion, presenting ideas in controlled environments. Over time, confidence builds, and something fascinating happens. The leader who once feared visibility becomes a powerful communicator because their words are thoughtful and sincere. Now let us step back and connect everything. Introverts offer depth. Extroverts create energy. Ambiverts provide adaptability. Omniverts bring range. Shy leaders bring empathy. But the real leadership breakthrough happens when one realizes a deeper truth. The greatest leaders do not stay trapped in one personality mode. They expand. An introvert learns to command a room when necessary. An extrovert learns the power of silence. An ambivert learns intentional leadership presence. An omnivert builds predictable rhythm. A shy leader grows courageous visibility. This transformation creates something rare: the adaptive leader. And adaptive leaders thrive in complex environments. Before we close, consider one final thought experiment. Imagine two leaders. The first leader believes personality is fixed. This is who I am. The second leader treats personality like a toolkit. Different situations require different tools. Which leader will navigate crisis better? Which leader will inspire teams more effectively? Which leader will survive long-term? Because in leadership, one principle quietly governs success. Self-awareness is the beginning of strategic advantage. The moment a leader understands their psychological default patterns, they gain the ability to change them. And that ability changes everything. So the next time you walk into a meeting, ask yourself one question: what personality advantage can be used here? And what limitation must be controlled? Because leadership is not about becoming someone else. It is about mastering who you already are. And once that mastery begins, something powerful happens. Your personality stops being a limitation. It becomes your greatest strategic weapon. If this idea sparked a new perspective, consider sharing it with someone who leads teams or organizations. And if you enjoy exploring the hidden psychology behind leadership and success, subscribe to Vantageaditya. Because sometimes the smallest shift in thinking creates the biggest transformation in leadership.